My husband was at Wayne State, and he was very involved with La Raza Unida movement, and and I was very traditional then. I think I used to cook a lot, and he would have meetings, and they'd come over the house, and we would just, I would just cook with, his mother. We used to do all those kind of things for meetings.
So Henry was involved in La Raza Unida, and you were cooking.
Yeah.
And then at what point
did I turn out doing,
did Jane Garcia emerge?
Well, I think it was I used to work for Webster. I used to work for the schools right across the street. I was a teacher's aide.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who did you work with? Who was your teacher?
One was a young guy named Armando Lopez and Rita Jurado, who passed away a couple of years ago. Yeah. And so I used to work there because my husband didn't want me to work, right? So he had a real big fit. So I went and got a job while he was working, so he didn't notice that I was working. I figured, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's no use going to war over something like that. I wait till I get a couple of paychecks and show the money in the bank. It made sense to me, that he's going to have.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, because I kept saying, honey, he didn't mind me working a Saturday at the Taj Mahal, but it was so different leaving the children. So I said, okay, let me get around this, So
what did you do with the kids when you were at Webster?
Well, my daughter she was the youngest, and my sister-in-law took care of her half a day. She went to school already. See, my kids were already in school.
Your sister-in-law?
She used to help take care of my daughter. No, it was my other one, my other sister-in-law, Frances. She used to take care of her because Webster was here and she lived right there, at that house. So I didn't tell him. He left for work at 6 o'clock. I didn't have to start to 8, and he didn't get home till 4. I got out at 3:15. He never knew a thing, I said, you know what? I waited, and I waited. And, it was getting rough because of the holidays. I'll never forget, I had the bank account, and then I said to him, about the house that we wanted to buy? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, here's how much money we got for it. And he just said, where did we get that money at? And I said, I've been wanting to tell you I've been working. He didn't say anything for a little while, but then his mother told him too. He says, "Estás loco, Juana quiere trabajar y ayudarte, estás pendejo," and so he gave in. He wasn't for it at first because he didn't want anybody to take care of his children and something happened to them. I could understand his view. He's the first generation, but he got over it.
How many kids did you have by then?
By the I had the 3.
You had 3 by the time you were working.
Yeah,
okay.
I had 3 when I went to work for the Board of Education. It had to be 68, so it had to be 68, 69.
Yeah. 68. What was happening then?
Not too much. So we had just finished the riots. My daughter was born 67. The riots started in July, and my daughter was born in April. So that's why I'm saying I knew it was a